Hey everyone, Tankenstein here, and welcome to Stock to Spaded. In this episode, I'll be showcasing the Ki-83. This is a currently ranked 4 battle rating 6.0 Interceptor in the Japanese Air Force's tech tree. This vehicle is essentially the end of the line, at least as of current, for Japanese interceptors in War Thunder, and this thing is a beast featuring 2 engines, 2 30mm HO-155 cannons, and also 2 HO-5 20mm cannons, along with incredibly good performance stats. So that being said, of course, in this video I will be going over 3 different matches, the first one being fully stock, second one being about halfway spaded, and the third match being fully spaded, and throughout I will show you exactly how this vehicle evolves, again from being fully stock to fully spaded, and how it plays throughout that process, and then finally I'll go over whether or not I feel that this vehicle is worth it in the end. But that being said, please of course like, comment, subscribe if you guys do not mind, because that always helps me out tremendously. But either way, let's get into the video. So I'll tell you guys this right away, this plane is stunning. It is beautiful, and the skin does also help, but look at this cool exhaust. What an awesome exhaust pattern. So we have the J8 or JU-288C here. I'm going to likely go for him, unless of course he turns away last second. But then I might go peel up for them. But I'm already going over 500 kilometers per hour in a minimal dive. Also, I've got around 8 kilograms per second of burst mass. So this thing is exactly what it's made for. So let's go ahead and... Okay, works for me. I'm not going to chase that thing because that will be a bad idea. You do not want to chase down a JU-288, even though, of course... it's likely to, kind of unfire itself, if that makes a level of sense. But one of the problems with this vehicle that I am experiencing is that it does overheat a bit. Got the first strike, can't complain, kind of surprised, but it is what it is. Now I'll probably go for this ME410, being that he's going for the BE6. And if he turns, then that will give me a tremendous... oh, yes. It's going to give me a tremendous advantage over this guy. So let's see, got a crit on him. This guy is already wigging out. His engine, or his wing is already off. So, let's go ahead, turn down that, whatchamacallit? Perfect. Again, bear in mind, the whole point of this gameplay, as always, is to show you exactly how these things play. That's what Stock to Spaded is, right? It's not just like, oh, look at me gameplay. This is supposed to be as close to what you might experience as possible. So, thus far, fully stock, I can tell you a few things. I was kind of worried about the 20mm ammo. I didn't think that this had enough, because this actually has around 2 times the fire rate of the previous Interceptor in the Japanese air tech tree, but it's got less than half of the ammo. So you'd be basically out of ammo 4 times as quickly. Now, I'm not experiencing that yet, but that is still a concern. Now, when it comes to performance, this thing is fantastic. Insofar as interceptors and heavy fighters are concerned, you really can't beat Japanese aircraft when it comes to maneuverability. Speed, it's a little, like, you can, of course, make a claim that, of course, Japanese planes aren't the best with speed, but thus far, I have not run into those issues. Now, this P-47 is not going for me. I don't know why. Got him. Okay. Works for me, but I am almost out of ammunition. So you have to bear that in mind. If I die, I die. I play these matches until I die, for the most part. Hoping that that's not going to happen, but if it does, then it does. But thus far, what I am noticing is a very good plane, beautiful aircraft, but one that, unfortunately, overheats quite a bit. So that is going to be a problem, I think, going forward. But we'll have to wait and see. Okay, we have a P-47 right here. Got a hit. I'll have to take that. That's fine. F1. Ooh, my engine is way overheating. This is bad. So, it looks like even though I damaged that P-47, I did not get an assist, but it is what it is. Can't complain too much. I might be able to outpace this FW-190. But I'm going to have to do so not on full throttle, because this plane is, again, a bit overheating prone. at least thus far. So I don't really want to pull up too early. Might fire some real, like some 20s at him. Scare him a little bit. But looks like that might be it. So let's go turn around. I got myself 3 kills.
Well done.
This guy's not going to play ball, which is fine. So that being said, I'm assuming that I won't have any more kills in this match. Not because I can't, but rather just because of how the enemies are and how many of my team is still alive. They've only got like half or a third as many as I do. So let's go test this out. Typically I don't do this, but because I do still have some ammunition, let's go test this out versus ground targets. And we have a light pillbox here. This is one of the most cost effective, I guess you could say, targets to go after. So let's see if the 30s can actually do it. So good. I got some damage on it. Got some damage and target destroyed. Very nice. So that's good. That's going to be a good way, especially when you have minimal ammunition left. That'll be a good way to get yourself some extra kill or some extra points. Now let's just go try this on a medium tank as well. That's another good test. And bear in mind, you can actually carry 60 kilogram bombs on this thing. I personally wouldn't. That just seems stupid. But hey, to each their own, right? Now I completely screwed that up. My apologies for that. But thus far, I mean, hey, fully stocked, this plane actually feels pretty good. Now, we'll have to wait and see how this performs versus jets. I'm not really very hopeful about that. But thus far, I mean, yeah, very, very good. So that said, let's get into the next match, see what we can do. Again, if I get back up in the sky and I'm able to kill a few enemies, that's cool. I don't suspect it's going to happen, but the next match, barring something crazy happening still in this match, the next match will be fully spaded. Or halfway spaded. My apologies. So that said, let's get into it. So I'm sure a few of you guys may have wanted to know. So I came back, and we can now try it against the medium tanks here. And actually hit one. This looks like it might be a side shot or a rear shot, one or the other. And it doesn't appear that I actually did anything to him. So bear that in mind. It does not appear that this is going to be very effective against medium tanks in Air RB. Let's just try this one more time, and not good. Okay, so let's get back down and land here, but at least I got an assist too. That FW-190 died before, and he might be actually coming back for me. This guy is a zombie. So here we are in about halfway spaded. And, man, look at all those targets down there. We have the AD4AM1 and also the AU1. And I really want to go for them. But this large bomber way off in the distance is calling. Now, interestingly, this actually, I think this is a 40 or maybe even a 60 millimeter thick piece of bulletproof glass. So they actually have that inside the cockpit. Not this right here, but rather this right here, if that makes any sense. So it's a little bit interesting how they set up their armor on this, but you do actually have a little bit of protection from pilot sniping. Now, overall though, this plane has been fantastic. I mean, seriously, it's been great. The only real critiques I have of it are, one, that it doesn't have an air brake. Kind of sucks, or I guess there's 3 critiques. So, 1, doesn't have an air brake. 2, it overheats. Typically, you can only bring this up to like 96 or 95% throttle, and that's pretty much it. And then, additionally, it really doesn't have all that much ammunition, which also kind of sucks. So, you know, you gotta take what you can with it. It's a really, really good aircraft, though, if you can kind of forget about its flaws. So I'm going to drop down here. Put my throttle down to like 60%. Now, another great thing about this is that you can actually have... is he going to get... I've been seeing so much. My kills have been basically taken from me. It sucks. But, anywho, one of the great things about this vehicle, even though I guess you can take that kill on me, I didn't finish him off. But one of the great things about this vehicle is that the flaps on it are actually... You can use them at a very... high speed. So I'm not going to say like, you know, 1,000 kilometers per hour. However, you can actually use them upwards of 500 in my experience. I think around 500. Okay, got a crit, got some more hits, and where's that kill? There we go. We have an AM-1 down here. Looks like maybe that B-24 somehow might still be alive? Oh, there he is. Okay, there we go. We got 2 kills. So I've got the B-24 plus the F4U, so not too bad. Now we've got this F8F down here. I'm just going to go prey on this NPC real quick if I can get a hit, hopefully. Okay, and that will be it. There we go. So this F8F is kind of worrying me a little bit. Now, I think the main thing that I'm going to want to do with this... Okay, he's dead. We have an F4U here. Put the engine throttle up a little bit. He's going in and did not get the kill. Oh, he hit me last second. I must have flown in right when he lost control. But either way, thus far, not too bad. I got 3 kills, 1 against a bomber, 2 against Corsairs, which are pretty damn good in their own right. And, of course, got an NPC kill. But this has been a typical match, 2,000 plus points. This thing has prodigious rate of climb, especially for a heavy fighter, even against jets and higher BR matches. It is really, really good. And if you're fighting JU-288Cs, I have been hitting them a lot before they even have the chance to turn around. That's how good this thing is. So as said, let's get into the fully spaded match, but thus far, I'm very impressed by this. Much more than I expected I would be. The Ki-83 has been a minimum 2-kill vehicle each and every match that I've been playing. It's just fantastic. That said, let's get into the fully spaded. So here we are fully spaded with the Ki-83. And I'll tell you guys this. This might be the best Interceptor in War Thunder. I know, controversial opinion, that's fine. But it's just fantastic. It's got an excellent rate of climb, especially when it comes to a propeller plane. It's got an incredibly good armament. Now, one of the big things about this vehicle that does kind of suck is that it has a fairly limited amount of ammunition, but so long as you're hitting your targets, you're going to get kills. You know, like, with this amount of ammo, you should be able to get 2 kills easily before you die. And if you don't die, 3-4 plus kills in a match. I mean, it's fantastic. Now, one other issue with this plane that I notice is that it's in such a relatively high BR, 6.0, that when you're playing at this BR, you just simply don't see a lot of bombers, which is what this thing is meant to do. So you have to kind of jump down and leap on planes like, well, this A1H. And, it's cool and all, don't get me wrong. But, it just feels like there's more to, that you should be able to do. But, regardless, still a very, very capable plane. In its own right. Now, it also has excellent maneuverability. One of the big problems, though, with it is that its rudder is a bit weird. So when you're diving, especially at speed, it does get a little difficult to make fine movements. So I was going to say maneuvers or maneuvements, but it does get a little bit weird with that. So that is a problem. And also, in up tiers, you just have to start facing bombers, or jets, rather. So, there are some issues. Now, thankfully, this is kind of a super prop. Actually, probably might be able to be considered to be a super prop. And so, it doesn't really have too much of a tough time with bombers. But again, it's not really, it's not like some fantastic thing that you don't want to have to fight jets, rather, all the time. But, at least I have a kill and an assist. Now, at this point, you might be saying to yourself, Tankenstein, why don't you go land? You need more ammunition. That's true. The Ki-100, too, I think it is, does have a bit more ammunition than this, and is the same BR with the same exact cannons. So it kind of sucks in some regards that this only has as much ammo as it has, but it is what it is. Now, one other thing that I did notice is with the F7F. Actually, I think I had the F7F3 on my team at one point, which has just a touch more horsepower, and I was outpacing him pretty much from the start. So this thing is faster than that by a good margin, and the F7F is just it's very fast, if you guys don't already know. And I would put this in higher regard, at least insofar as a pure interceptor is concerned, than the F7F. But looks like I'm going to have that to the test here. So let's see. Oop, firing a little low. Got the kill. I love the armament on this thing. So thus far we got 2 kills, 1 assist. I'm going to go for this other F7F. And one of the other great things is that minor damage really doesn't kill your performance all too much on this. So, got the kill. Very nice, very easy. Just as I was saying, I prefer this over the F7Fs to come in and give me nice and what I would consider to be relatively easy kills. So thank you. But again, this vehicle, the Ki-83, I mean, the whole point of Stock to Spaded is what, right? Like, it's to basically say, okay, is this vehicle worth the grind? Is it worth spading? Is it worth crewing? Is it even worth purchasing? Yeah, I mean, to all of that. Now, again, this is not a versatile aircraft, right? Like, if you're one for versatility, I would say the F7F is probably a better overall plane because you can bomb with it, you can do all these other things with it. This plane, you can really just take down bombers and, you know, fighters as well, which is great because, you know, you have a match like this where you have 4 kills, and also, because of its armament, it's all in the nose, right? So as you can see, it's all right there in the nose. Because of where its armament is, it makes head-on so incredibly easy that so many planes, so many enemies, they just totally underestimate you. And so you can get away with getting a lot of head-ons with this thing. So I might just try it one more time. But I'm going to go back to base in a sec. Unless this guy just really doesn't know I'm here. So I got myself some damage on him, but I have to go back to base ASAP. I don't care if my engine's going to burn out, because this guy's on my tail, and that is a super prop. Although, of course, I should be able to outpace him, although he is going to be coming in with a lot of energy. So I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully this Lavuchkin 9 can save my Tukas and also get me an assist in the process, because I got 4 kills, 1 assist. Not too bad. I didn't realize that was... What? How did I... What? I didn't just kill that guy. What? Also, I didn't get the assist for that? Really? Okay, so I guess we can look back at the footage together, but yeah, I didn't kill that guy. Also, these flaps work at just beyond 500 kilometers per hour, which is really, really nice, especially for props. That's fantastic. So let's go ahead and land here and then get back up in the sky. But yeah, I mean, overall, this is just, insofar as pure interceptors are concerned, this is it. This is the bee's knees, the cat's pajamas, the Russian's potato, everything you could want and more. This is it. You know, it's just don't expect any versatility. And it looks like it's just me. So, yeah. This is not going to go well, because ultimately, even though I can pretty much outmaneuver every other heavy fighter, when it comes to like a super prop, a proper super prop like Mustang, P-51 Mustang H5, good luck. I'm going to have to try some stuff out to actually win that. Okay, we have ourselves a J21R over here, so I'm going to want to maintain my heading, gain some speed, although kind of reduce my my engine heat, and then turn right about now, put them flaps on, go in for a head-on. This guy's going to be hungry for a kill, not going to get it immediately, and then I got this guy who also is a bit hungry for a kill. And I only... What? Ah, that's so baloney. 2 crits? I should have had one that Mustang should have been a whatchamacallit. But man, that... 2 relatively easy kills. I missed it. Either way, thanks so much for watching. If you don't mind, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. But yeah, the Ki-83, this thing is amazing. Thanks so much, and I will see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.